How much should you rest in between sets? Now, if you are one of those guys that watch my training vlogs, is that what they're called nowadays? Training vlogs? Yeah, something like that. Anyway, if you watch my training on this channel, then you've probably heard this before, so you can turn away now because I normally talk about this kind of stuff whilst I'm training. But for those people who have been asking me, and for some reason I do get this question asked a lot. How long to rest in between sets? It's actually a bit of a tricky one. Well, it's not that tricky, but there's a few different answers. Let me explain. First of all, as long as you need. As long as you need to get your breath back. And make sure you're starting the next set 100%. And here's why. When you were talking warm-up sets, then of course, it's lightweight, just warm up. Even if you're not ready to go, even if you still got 50% in the tank, you're not fully got your breath back, just keep going. It's only your warm-up sets, it doesn't really matter. Then when you start your first working set, this is what's key. You start your first working set. So let's talk bench press. You warm up with the bar, 30 seconds rest, warm up with the bar, 30 seconds rest, warm up with 10 aside, 30 seconds rest, warm up with the plate, 30 seconds rest, warm up with 2 plates, 30 seconds rest, then put 120 on. And now you're on set number 1. Okay, now take as long as you need to get your breath back and then an extra 30 seconds. You're nice and relaxed, you go under the bench and you do your set, whatever it is. Let's say it's 3 sets of 10. So you do that set number 1, 10 reps. Now you re-rack the bar. Now, if you had a timer and you thought 2 minutes is long enough for anybody to rest, let's entertain that. 2 minutes is up, you think you're fully rested, you get under the bar and you manage to squeeze out 8. Now, you've gone to failure because you've got 8. You could never have got 9. No matter what, you could have never got 9, you got 8. But that's only because you started the set a little bit too soon. If you had invested just 15 to 20 seconds more in resting, you might have got a full 10. So you could argue, well, if you get a 10, you're not going to failure because on 8 you went to failure. If you got 10, you just hit a number. But you did more weight for the set. 10 reps of 100 is 1,000. That's right. So your body has felt 1,000 in that one set. You do 8, it's felt 800. Even though you're fatigued and you're more knackered when you've done the 8 than you've done the 10 because you took more rest doing the 10, I still don't think it adds up. 1,000 is always going to be better than 800. Especially when it comes to load and tearing muscle down. You're not building muscular endurance. We're not trying to promote lactic acid buildup. We're tearing our muscle fiber to make it grow. So this is what you would class as a compound. Same goes for dumbbells, bench press. Same goes for deadlifts, for squats, leg presses, barbell rows, dumbbell rows, the big exercises. Take as long as you need. Invest an extra 30 seconds. So when you're ready to go and you think, yeah, you know what? I'm good enough for set number 2. That's when the clock starts for 30 more seconds. Take your time, take a sip of water, gather your thoughts, think about what you're doing, get yourself in the zone, and then attack the set. So that's how long you should take for the compounds. Now we're moving over to the fluff, as I like to call it, the cable crossovers, the rope pulls, the leg extensions, the calf exercises. How long should it take? And for this one, the answer isn't as long as it needs. This is as quick as possible, the shortest time possible. So, cable crossovers, you're doing a set of 20. You let the cables go, and the lactic acid's built up, and all of a sudden lactic acid's gone out again. Now you could, if you invested 30 more seconds, get another 10 reps out on the next set. But that's not the point here, because a cable crossover with the amount that I'm going to use for the weight that I use to cable crossovers is hardly anything on there. It's not going to build muscle. It might etch out a little bit of definition. It might help me with a little bit of muscular endurance. It might help a little bit towards cardiovascular, but it's definitely not going to help towards building muscle. Well, I suppose you could argue it's going to help towards building muscle as long as you do the compounds effectively. If you ain't going to do the compounds effectively, this ain't going to do jack shit. So for the second portion of the workout, rest less. Then obviously if you're like me and you do a little bit of arms at the end of it, then same with arms. Compounds, barbell curls, tricep dips, press downs, whatever it is, 2 minutes, 1.5 minutes, 90 seconds. And for the smaller stuff, I don't even rest. In fact, I do rest, but I alternate. So if I'm doing preacher curls, I will do 10 reps on this arm. I will put the dumbbell in this arm and do another 10 reps. Then I will put the dumbbell back in this arm for set number 2. And I'll do that for many exercises. If I'm doing single leg curls, obviously I don't have that in my home gym, but when I'm in a different gym, I'll do single leg curls. That way I don't have to go that heavy and I'm not going to be messing my knees up and my hips up later on in life. Same with triceps. I'm doing tricep press downs on the rope across the body, or, you know, those kind of exercises. Sometimes, and I don't do this very often, but I might do side laterals, single arm. Then next arm, single arm. And I'm not resting, I'm just going back to back to back. It's very, very simple. Let's just cover halves while we're here as well. No rest, just enough to get the lactic acid out. Start the next set. Abs, you don't need to rest. Just do a circuit, lower abs, upper abs, side abs, rope twists, back on again. So rest periods, unfortunately, it's not a one-word answer. It's not a 3 minutes is better than 2, 2 minutes is better than 1. No, that is all true, but it all depends on the exercise at hand. If it's a compound, take your time. For deadlifts, I have taken, and I don't advise this because this is high level shit. I don't advise this. I'm talking 5 to 8 minutes. I know you're going to think, what the hell? How long is this guy in the gym for? On a deadlift day with back at the end of it and biceps as well, and a little bit of abs thrown in and some cardio at the end, probably 3 hours. But look, that's my life. That's what I like doing. That's what I enjoy. That's where I enjoy being the most. So why am I going to be in and out? Now I know people can be like Dorian Yates and Mike Mensa. Well, you try that, bro. It ain't for me, G. If I'm going to the gym, I'm where I want to be. I like the gym. I enjoy it. I know it's making me better. I don't compete, but I still go multiple times a day now that it's outside my house. Of course, I'm not in my house right now. Well, this is my apartment, and I've never used the balcony. So I'm sat on the balcony today. I don't know if you can see. It's quite cold, which is why I'm wearing a jacket. But anyway, less of that. Hopefully this gave you some value. In fact, I know it did. Comment, like, and please subscribe.